and talk a little bit more, guys, about the water. When you use even the tea in this hydrogenated water, people are getting phenomenal results, and it's because of the quality of the water and what the water does. So, Dr. Holmes, why is it so important for everybody to be drinking this type of hydrogenated water? Are you on the line with us, Dr. Holmes?
Yes, I am. What I want to talk about a little bit is this amazing water machine that we do have, and I can talk a little bit about what it does and why it's so important. One of the major things that is important about our machine is that we actually, pre-filter the water before it goes into the electrolysis chamber. There are other machines that may be out there on the market that don't go through the extensive efforts that we go through of purifying the water through filtration. And basically what you're doing there, and this is really kind of scary, because basically what you're doing is if you don't pre-treat your water and filter it and get rid of some of the things like fluoride, lead, VOCs, which are volatile organic compounds, maybe some herbicides or pesticides, even hormones, what happens is those things then go into the electrolysis chamber. And then those things are put under an electric field, and guess what? I'm a chemist, and I know that when you put chemicals inside a reactor system, in this case we're adding electricity, that's adding energy to the system, and you can actually perform chemistry on those impurities and maybe even make one of these things worse. Okay, so it's very, very important that you get rid of all the junk that is in there prior to having it go into this electrolysis chamber. Very, very important. I was talking to someone the other day, and they had a light bulb moment, because they were comparing. They had another machine, and they were wanting to get our machine to replace their other machine. And I was telling them about this, and the light bulb went on, and they said, "So wait a minute. So actually, I wasn't filtering out all this stuff because the little filter that was in their other machine was like a quarter of the size of ours. And so you mean to tell me I was still taking in all that yuck that was in my water? And then even though it was making it alkaline and may have even infused a little bit of hydrogen in it, I was still getting that stuff?" And the person was just amazed in the fact that, yeah, they were still getting that. And they could have been harming themselves even more, because these pharmaceuticals that you're taking in can go under a transformation and generate something else that could be even worse than the pharmaceutical or the other impurity that is in the water. So we have over 13 stages of filtration that go on with our system. It's healthy, pure, pristine water. We have tested our water in an independent EPA-certified laboratory that removes a lot of these contaminants, removes the pharmaceuticals, removes the hormones, removes the heavy metals. It's interesting, Randy, and you know this, that there's a river in Colorado that is post-water treatment plant that some of the fish, because of all the hormones that are in the water from our wastewater, essentially stuff that is being flushed down the toilet, from all of the hormones that get flushed down the toilet, these fish are actually, male fish are actually changing into female fish. It's actually just astonishing as to what's happened. And then when we have tap water, or when we even drink bottled water, because there's really no difference between tap water and bottled water, except for bottled water, they try to remove all of the particulate matter. So they will take it and go under reverse osmosis, so your total dissolved solids is zero. Well, guess what? I was talking to a medical doctor just this weekend. A family is a cousin of my wife. And this medical doctor, I was asking her, I say, what type of things are you seeing with people nowadays in regards to minerals? She thought, well, that's a very interesting question, because she had mentioned, and I mentioned this, every time I speak, about mineral deficiencies. And now medical doctors are starting to prescribe minerals for people because they're mineral deficient, because they're not getting the minerals in the vegetables that they eat. They're not getting the minerals in the water they drink because they're drinking a lot of bottled water, and that bottled water has gone through reverse osmosis and strips out all the minerals. The healthy minerals that your body needs are removed. So it's very important that we don't do that. So therefore, the H2000 alkaline water ionizer that we have filters out all the junk but allows the minerals to come through. And that's very important because when you perform electrolysis on this machine, or the machine performs electrolysis on the water, it's the minerals that make the electrolysis process work so better. That's why we get higher pH. That's why we get more hydrogen infused in our water than any ionizer out on the market. And I've tested many of them side by side. And ours produces the most alkalinity and the most negative ORP and the most hydrogen of anything that I've tested. And now you can use this alkaline water for all sorts of things, for hydration, for cooking. You know, don't buy bottled waters, just refill glass bottles from your home and take those wherever you need to go. It's a great cleaner. If it's heavily alkaline, you can also use the acidic water for cleaning as well. You can wash fruits and vegetables with the acidic water. You can use it for oral hygiene. There's all sorts of things that you can do it for, use it for. And now we get into one of the things that is really critical, and that is brewed beverages, or using it with your body drive, or using it with, guess what? Now your cellular tea. So the cellular tea, now you're putting it in this purified water. It's made alkaline, it hydrates your body better. It helps these herbs and these oils get taken into your body more efficiently. It's a win-win situation, and it's just awesome.